The most expensive mistake in Thailand isn't renting a bike without insurance or getting hit with fines. The most expensive mistake is falling for the wrong person. And you know what's really dangerous? When you already feel that anxiety, that tension, that gut feeling that something's off, boys, but you keep ignoring it, chalking it all up to different culture. Hey guys, today I'm breaking down the red flags when dealing with Thai girls that a lot of guys refuse to see, and then they pay for it with their wallet, their sanity, and their faith in people. I've been living in Pattaya for several years now, and man, I've seen some stories. Guys roll into town looking for sun, beach, and let's be real, the attention from beautiful women. They fall head over heels in 3 days flat. Then 3 months later, they're sitting in their studio apartment, staring at an empty bank account thinking, how the hell did this happen? Well, I know exactly how, and I'm about to show you every trap you might walk into. Some of these are so subtle, you won't even realize you're already caught. Stick around till the end. I'll tell you about the biggest red flag that even guys who think they've got it all figured out completely miss. And yeah, if this topic hits home for you, or you know someone who could use this info, hit that like button and subscribe. Videos like this help other guys avoid making the same mistakes. Let's dive in. First thing I need to say up front. This video isn't claiming all Thai girls are gold diggers, not even close. There are amazing, genuine, independent women here building real relationships. I know dozens of couples where everything's legit, where there's real love and respect, but there are certain patterns that repeat themselves over and over. And if you spot these red flags, better pump the brakes and think twice. Because the difference between a real relationship and a carefully orchestrated business arrangement can cost you not just money, but your ability to trust people. So, buckle up. This is going to be rough, honest, and sometimes painful. But better to learn this now than to be picking up the pieces of a broken heart and shattered faith later. Let's start with the most obvious one: money. Though, honestly, for a lot of guys, this somehow isn't obvious at all. First red flag, money talk starts way too early. You just met this girl, maybe went on a couple dates, and suddenly she's hitting you with heartbreaking stories: sick mom, disabled brother, gotta pay rent ASAP or she's getting evicted, phone broke and she can't talk to you anymore. Here's the thing. These stories always sound believable, and often they're actually true. People have problems, but a normal person doesn't dump all this on some foreigner they barely know in the first week. It's a test. She's checking how easily you'll open that wallet. Second thing, she expects you to pay for absolutely everything immediately with zero attempt to even symbolically chip in. Every dinner, every taxi, every shopping trip. And she doesn't just accept your offer to pay, she expects it like it's owed to her. Doesn't even fake reaching for her purse. Look, I get cultural differences. I understand that in Thailand, the guy often pays, but the difference is a real girl will appreciate it and thank you. The one who sees you as a walking ATM will treat it like the baseline and actually get offended if you hesitate. Third flag, constant small requests. 500 baht here, 1,000 there. Gas money, food money, makeup money, whatever. Individually, it's nothing, right? I mean, what's 500 baht? Pocket change. But do the math. 500 baht every 2 days is 7,500 baht a month. And that's before restaurants, gifts, helping the family. And the most telling moment, she suddenly goes cold or disappears when you say you can't help out financially right now. That's it right there. That's your smoking gun. If someone's only with you for the money, they're not going to waste time when the money stops flowing. Basic logic. Now let's talk behavior. This is where it gets interesting because these flags aren't as obvious. First, the relationship moves way too fast. You meet a girl on Monday, and by Friday she's talking about love, destiny, and dropping hints about marriage. Dude, that's not Thai romance. That's a script. A well-rehearsed, time-tested script. Real feelings don't ignite in 3 days. Attraction? Sure, maybe. Chemistry? Absolutely. But when a girl says, I love you after 2 dates, she's either saying it to every other foreigner, or she's got a very unique understanding of what love means. Second thing, she dodges video calls. She'll text all day, send photos, but when it comes to video chat, there's always some excuse. Bad internet, too shy, busy, phones acting up. There's no why. Because it's harder to play a role on video. On video, you see where she is, what's going on around her. On video, she can't be chatting with 3 other guys simultaneously. Video call is the moment of truth. Third, she's always busy when it comes to meeting up, but responds instantly when money comes into the conversation. Want to hang out? Oh, sorry, got work. Then my mom got sick, then something else. But the second you mention you can help financially, boom, she's free. Already in a taxi, she missed you so much. And another interesting pattern, she can't tell you specifically where she works. Everything's super vague. I work in an office. What office? Just an office? Doing what? Different things. Schedule? Flexible. See, this isn't about being nosy. This is about basic honesty. If someone can't tell you elementary things about their life, they're hiding something. Now, for the subtle stuff, cultural manipulation. This is when they use your ignorance of local customs against you. Classic move, she constantly brings up Thai culture when it's convenient. In Thailand, the man should help his girlfriend's family. That's how we do it here. The guy pays for everything. And you don't understand, our culture is different. And you know what? Yeah, the culture is different. Yeah, there are traditions, but these traditions cut both ways. In traditional Thai relationships, the woman also gives a lot. Care, respect, loyalty, attention. It's an exchange, but here you're supposed to give everything and she gives nothing. That's not culture, that's weaponizing culture. Second thing, double standards in respect. You're supposed to respect her, her family, her traditions, but when it comes to your boundaries, your time, your plans, suddenly none of that matters. Respect and compromise only flow one direction. Example, she can call you anytime, day or night, and you better pick up. But if you call her and she doesn't answer for 3 hours, that's fine, she was busy, you're supposed to meet her family and help them out. But your parents and your life before Thailand, not interesting, not important. And third, she guilt trips you for not meeting her expectations. My ex-boyfriend was more generous. Other men buy their girlfriends iPhones. What, are you cheap? My friend's boyfriend got her an apartment and that's toxic, that's manipulation. And it has nothing to do with cultural differences. It's just a way to squeeze more money out of you through guilt. Now let's peek at her Instagram, because social media is a window into real life. First warning bell, tons of dudes in the comments, and not just likes, but comments like beautiful, miss you, heart emojis, and when you ask about it, you hear, oh, they're just friends. Right, just friends. Who happen to have about the same Western accent in English as you do? Look, I'm not saying a girl can't have male friends. She can, but when there are 20 of these friends and they're all openly flirting in the comments while you're sending money for her phone bill, that's not friendship. That's a parallel universe. Second, she keeps you hidden from social media, won't take photos together, won't post stories with you, won't tag you, and the explanation is always the same. I'm a private person. Funny how bikini pics at the beach don't violate privacy, but a selfie with her boyfriend is too personal. Why? Because if she posts a photo with you, her other sponsors might get upset, or start asking uncomfortable questions. Easier to keep everyone in separate bubbles. Third pattern, multiple phones and constantly active chats that she immediately closes when you're around. Someone's always texting her, always. Phone never stops buzzing and she gets super nervous if you accidentally glance at the screen. Is it normal to have 2 phones? Sure, totally, one for work, one personal. But when both phones are ringing at 2 a.m. and she steps into the hallway to answer, that ain't work. And last one. She says you're the only one, but she's living a very active nightlife. Every weekend, clubs, parties, photos with girlfriends at some bars, and there are always guys in the background. Always. And now we've reached the big one. The red flag that matters more than all the others combined. Ready? The biggest red flag is when you feel anxiety, tension, or the sense you're being used, but you rationalize it away with cultural differences. Well, she's Thai. That's just how they do things. I probably just don't understand their mentality. So maybe I'm being too picky? Listen to me carefully. Your gut is almost always right. Almost always. If something feels wrong, it probably is wrong. Cultural differences shouldn't make you feel bad. Real relationships, even cross cultural ones, give you energy, joy, a sense of partnership. If you're constantly anxious checking her social media, counting the money you've spent, asking yourself, does she really love me? That's not cultural differences. That's a toxic relationship. Doesn't matter what country it's happening in, you know the difference between a real relationship and a business transaction. In a real relationship, you're a partner, someone they want to share life with. In business, you're a resource, an income stream that needs to be efficiently monetized. And the scariest part isn't that you might get used. The scariest part is when you let yourself be used because you're afraid of being alone, because you want to believe in the fairy tale, because it's easier to pay than to face reality. So what do you do with all of this information? First, don't turn paranoid. You don't need to suspect every Thai girl of being a scammer. Most people here are normal, genuine, and many really are looking for real relationships. Second, keep your eyes open. If you spot 1 or 2 flags from this list, that's worth thinking about. If you see 5 to 7, that's your cue to stop. If you see 10, my friend, run. Third, remember, you deserve a real relationship, not a relationship for money, not a relationship with conditions, but a real one where they value you for who you are, not for what you can pay. Thailand is an amazing country. You can meet your soulmate here. I know people who are genuinely happy here with wonderful partners, but for that, you need to know the difference between what's real and what's theater. Take care of yourself, take care of your wallet, and take care of your heart. And if this video saves even one person from an expensive mistake, I've done my job. Now, question for you. Adory, which of these red flags do you think is the most dangerous? Or maybe you've got your own story. Drop it in the comments. Let's discuss, because your experience might help other guys avoid the same trap. And by the way, if you've been caught in these situations yourself, how much did you drop before you figured it out? Be honest, no judgment here. We're all learning. Catch you in the next video.